kind of making efforts to, to clean the city and try to make it really nice. I mean, Cali is beautiful. When you kind of look up here, especially in the north, and you see all these mountains that's surrounding it, it is beautiful. But I have been like, through downtown and a few other places, especially as you go in between. And I hear when you go to the far west on the hills, and you go down a little bit further south, to the cable cars, and you go in those neighborhoods and stuff like that. It's definitely, sketchier. And I've heard some not so and I'm not laughing. That's just a nervous chuckle. Yeah, I've heard some not so nice stories of things happening, in Cali. But I'll say this. I think no matter where you are, specifically in Latin America, okay? So I'm not even just talking about Colombia, but just in Latin America, there's definitely a extra level of caution you have to have. Like, obviously, see, if you look at the majority of my videos, and I have some videos I've made at night, but overwhelmingly, the majority of my videos are made during the day, for obvious reasons. That doesn't mean I don't go out at night, but I generally don't walk around with my camera at night. Sometimes I do, and it depends on where I'm going and the area that I'm in. I'll record, but these walk and talk videos that I do, I will never do a walk and talk video like this at night. And I wouldn't do that just here in Cali, but I wouldn't do that anywhere in Colombia. It just doesn't make any sense. The chances for danger are high. And yeah, and I'm making these videos walking by myself. So, and I don't even walk the streets like that by myself at night anyway. Unless I'm in like a certain little area and I'm just gonna stay in a certain radius. Like say you go to an area where there's a lot of bars and restaurants and everything is like really close by. Sure, I'll walk amongst that area, but in terms of me just like walking the streets to places, no, I don't do that. I catch an Uber, a DD, something. I get in the car and do that. So you definitely got to be smart, when you're out here. And I know you're like, well, there's other YouTubers, they make videos at night and things like that, but I'm quite sure a lot of them are not alone. I have some people here that I do link up with from time to time. So, like I said, I want to make some nighttime videos. When I'm able to link up with some people that I know and not go by myself, I will make more nighttime videos. But for the most part, 90% of the time, I'm recording videos. I'm recording videos by myself, So I have to always take in consideration that I can't just walk willy-nilly like nothing, like nothing's gonna happen to me. And granted, my camera's small enough to where, oh, I thought I dropped something. No, I didn't. Okay. Granted, my camera is small enough to where if I hold it just right, people, it's not gonna be obvious. People don't really know it. I can walk by a lot of people. But like right now, I'm talking to the camera, so I'm actually holding it a little bit closer to my mouth so you can hear me. And this is nice, like a bungalow type deal. Walking in this whole median thing. I think I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna pick up. I'm looking for something specific. That's why I'm walking this way. I'm just gonna get to a spot where I can look at my phone, look at the maps and see where I'm at. But I don't wanna have my camera out at the same time. So I'll pick up in a second. Right. So I actually crossed the street. Because where I'm heading, I'm really close. But I think I needed to be on this side of the street. But yeah, I was just making a lot of assessments about safety. So just in terms of what I was talking about, is the safety worse here or worse in Medellin? And from my own personal experience, I don't really know. I can say this, I've never had an incident in Cali, ever. And probably the reason for that is because I've pretty much known from day one that you have to be in specific areas in Cali. I've always been told, like, pretty much everything west of downtown, in between, west of downtown, but before you get to the hills, it's nice. There's obviously some areas in the south that are nice. Places around El Jardín, Plaza, Ciudad Jardín are really nice. I've had a couple of sketchy episodes in Medellin. Nothing really happened, but still there was a couple of times in Medellin I was a little worried, not worried, but concerned about a couple of things, but thankfully nothing happened. Bogota, you know, I had a couple of sketchy encounters, but once again, I'm okay. I mean, I'm saying it was like nothing happened to me in the sense of like something bad happened to me, but there's definitely a sense that, you know, if I didn't, you know, stay on my toes and kept it moving and really kept going to where I needed to get to, it could be dangerous. And it could have been a situation that not ended well. And I haven't encountered that in Cali, you know, thank God. But I think a lot of that is just due to the fact that I've stayed within certain areas and not ventured out too much because yeah, you just don't want to end up in a bad place, you know, and it's definitely happened in Colombia. But one of the biggest things is, you know, that you hear about foreigners a lot if you watch a lot of YouTube, you know, it's the scopamine stuff. And that right there is 100% avoidable. It is 100% avoidable. And what do I mean by that? Usually it's happening with guys going on dating apps, Tinder, you know, Colombian Cupid, all this. And a lot of that just comes down to the fact that guys meet these girls and, you know, when you're coming from the States, you know, there's, you know, it's kind of normal to meet someone online, you meet, and then maybe you guys hook up, you know, that night. Not all the time, but on some occasions. And here, it just doesn't go down like that, man. Like, you know, the girls don't typically hook up with guys like that. You know, it takes a little bit of time. But that's the other conundrum to this. Typically the guys fall for it because, you know, they're here on a vacation. They're here for a few days, a week. So they meet a girl. If it looks like it's, you know, if it looks like there's gonna be some action right away, they don't really hesitate. You know, usually the girls are really beautiful and everything like that. And typically what happens is you're drinking maybe. So you're not really thinking, you're being more careless. And, you know, either a guy gets up, has to go to the bathroom, you know, he has a drink or he leaves a drink, or maybe he gets up, leaves the room for whatever, and the girl may make him a drink and, you know, put some scopamine in it and they drink it and then they get robbed, you know. And sometimes the girls will put too much, scopamine in their drinks, and now the guy ODs and dies, you know. But that's 100% avoidable if you know how things truly work down here and you're careful. So the only thing I would say is, guys, if you meet a girl and she's trying to come to your place, back to your Airbnb, your hotel, wherever you're at, the same night, especially if you guys just met, dude, that's a serious red flag, man. You know. And if you're a guy coming down here and you're trying to meet a good girl, and you're trying to meet somebody who's you're trying to meet someone who you could potentially, you know, get in a relationship with and everything like that, those type of girls are not going to go with you the first night. You know, maybe you'll go out, get dinner or something like that, and then they'll you go home at the end of the night, she goes home at the end of the night. I know, typically before a girl will come back to your place, you two have had to, you know, seen each other, you know, a few times. Typically, you know, you may meet her family and friends and stuff like that. So I'm basically getting down to the point, if you ever wanted to come to Colombia and start a relationship with a woman, you need to have boots on the ground. You actually need to be here for a little bit. And if you're only going to be here a few days or a week, yeah, it's not really going to go down. So I'm going to stop my camera again, guys, because I think I've overwalked where I was trying to go, and we'll pick up in a minute.